Paul sir,
Sir, it's done. Professor, can you able to see?
no, yes, presentation is not seen.
1 second, 1 second.
Okay, that if he's taking that's okay, wow. Manoj, அந்த லிங்க் கிளிக் பண்ணவே போதுமா? பால் சார்,
Yes, sir.
chat பாக்ஸ்ல வந்து லிங்க் இருக்கு பாருங்க, அதை கிளிக் பண்ணாலே போதும். உங்க chat பாக்ஸ்ல பாருங்க சார்.
Yeah, 1 second, 1 second. Yeah, I got it.
அது கிளிக் பண்ண சொல்லுங்க மனோஜ். சார் அதை கிளிக் பண்ணிடுங்க
Mr.
அந்த லிங்க்.
Manoj, நான் கிளிக் பண்ணிட்டேன், ஓபன் ஆயிருச்சு. I should press the share இல்ல? Okay. It's okay?
செஷன் போயிட்டு ஷேர் பண்ணிடுங்க.
Present entire screen. Then what should I do?
Share. Share it, sir.
No?
Because screen
1 second,
share.
1 second. Okay. Is it okay now? Mr. Manoj, is it okay? Audio is clear, or I should use my headphone?
Audio.
I'm trying with headphone. You just see me which is best on. Okay. This is okay. I'm using the headphone. Is it okay, or before using the headphone will be fine? Okay, perfect. Okay, right. I'm
We'll wait,
I'm
sir.
ready. We'll
We'll
wait.
wait,
Okay,
sir.
perfect.
We'll wait so that we can
Perfect,
have that
perfect.
little relaxed. Okay.
Professor, can you
Perfect.
send me the YouTube link again? The link which you sent, it's showing only this day 2.
Not day 3. I'll send it right away.
Yeah, please, please, please.
So it's with you. I have already sent.
Perfect, perfect. Thank you so much.
3 minutes to go, Kavya and Deepti and Paul sir.
Okay, sir. Okay. Sir?
Last, last 1 minute.
Okay.
Yes, Manoj. Yes, Kavya.
Shall I start, sir?
Yes. Yes,
The
Kavya.
okay. The broadcast is now streaming. All attendees are listen only mode. A very pleasant good morning. Here we come to the final day of international webinar on future perspective. On behalf of NGI, we welcome you all to the final session. I would like to welcome our key person of the day. We are blessed to get this kind of an opportunity to listen to the words of Dr. J. Paul Sundar Kirubagaran, Head, Department of Business Administration, College of Applied Sciences, NISWA, Ministry of Higher Education, Sultanate of Oman. It's a great pleasure to welcome you, sir, to this webinar. With equal pleasure, we welcome our beloved faculty members of NITM who are great motivators for students like us. We welcome the registered participants, deans, directors of various institutions, and our own sister concerns. We wholeheartedly welcome you, sir, all for the final session of International Webinar on Future Perspective. The man with great vision, we are extremely honored to welcome the chief guest of the day, Dr. J. Paul Sundar Kirubagaran, Head, Department of Business Administration, College of Applied Sciences, NISWA, Ministry of Higher Education, Sultanate of Oman. You have made all of us proud by your achievements and numerous capacities in terms of your academic experiences, publications, and certifications. Dr. J. Paul Sundar Kirubagaran took his MCS and MPhil at Tax Administration in Alagappa University, MBA and MCom in Madurai Kamaraj University. He has honored with doctorate in supply chain management in logistics corporation. He has also done PGDCA in Baghdad University, PGDPM and LL in Alagappa University. He has presented 13 international level, 34 national level, and 2 state level papers in conferences and seminars. He has authored in many books and published many articles in Indian and international journals and magazines. He is a member of Board of Studies in various universities and autonomous institutions. He is having more than 15 years of teaching experience in India and abroad. He has started his career in industry and worked for more than a year. I consider it a great pleasure to welcome you, sir, to this webinar. We are eagerly waiting for your valuable words.
Thank you very much for the nice introduction. Respected higher officials from the Nehru Group of Education Institutions, Dr. Ravi Kumar, the head Department of Business Administration or the management, faculty from Nehru Institute of Information Technology and Management, and also faculty from various other organizations or other education institutions as a participants, and my dear student friends, rather I can say the budding futures, the budding managers, the budding information technology professionals, budding researchers, welcome you all and a warm good morning to all of you. And I'm so thankful to Dr. Ravi Kumar for having given me this opportunity to stand before you through the webinar to share my experience and expertise knowledge on this special day through the webinar session is concerned. I welcome you all, and once again a warm welcome and good morning to all of you. Today I'll be concentrating on the word itself. On the top you may see for the past few couple of years almost all of us, the entire world, we could able to hear one word: COVID, 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 or Corona, Corona, Corona. Surprisingly, even I can talk about COVID, the reason, who invented the lockdown concept. I'm not going in detail towards the COVID-19 and the concepts and so on. Let me start today. I'll be concentrating on three broader aspects. First, let me focus on a behavioral aspect, because I have seen in the YouTube, even yesterday I have observed, there are n number of students. So the first aspects, the first few couple of minutes, I will be focusing on the young mind's behavioral aspects and what you can do to overcome or to fine-tune your manner of acting or controlling, how best you can shape your behaviors. Then the second part of my presentation, I'll be focusing on research, that this will be helpful for those who completed. I can see there are many faculty, head of the department, faculty. So I can focus certain things on the concept of research, and also I can the third part I will be focusing on groundbreaking avenues. Probably you may be knowing the word entrepreneurial avenues. So these are all the three broader aspects, and I would like to tell you, please, these are all my opinion, or within 1 hour I may highlight 1 or 2 points, and if you feel like these may helpful out of 2,000 or 1,000, if 1 or 2, if they are going to get benefit out of my presentation, I'll be so thankful to the Almighty for having given this opportunity. If you have something unique idea, or you control your behavior by different way, please feel free to use and share your expertise, knowledge is concerned. So let me go to the first aspect, behavioral. The changes in human behavior. If you look at the today's scenario, especially I wanted to focus on the young minds, the young budding futures of India. I would like to focus on the human behavior. Probably I can say the students' behavior, the young minds' behavior. In the recent days, there are a number of changes we could able to see. I could able to see. So the first session, the first part I will be focusing on mainly on the impact of COVID-19 on the students' behavior. I don't want to say it's a human behavior, and I will be concentrating on how you can overcome the behaviors which is recently getting changed. we all know, in my observation, please kindly keep in your mind, it is as per my observation. I used to visit plenty of colleges. I used to conduct many training sessions. So what I observed in the recent days, most of the young minds, the young, you may be in undergraduate or you may be in masters. The thing what I have observed, most of the young bloods, young minds, they started developing or looking into the negative aspects, whatever they do, than the positives are concerned. Yes, I do agree. We are expected to focus on the negative sides of whatever the things which you are planning to do or you wish to do, but don't allow the negative point to dominate yourself, and it may affect, it may suppress the positives which are available on that particular aspects are concerned. So I would like to tell you, try to think of negatives, try to list out the negatives, but don't allow it to dominate you, to change your behavior, to least bother about the positive. There may be n number of positives in the points which you are planning to do or the project which you are planning to do, but due to the negative, the young minds, they started giving much importance towards the negative sides are concerned. In the reason, when we were some 20-25 years before, we never used to, because of the social media, maybe because of the interactions with your friends, the people started getting the habit of looking into the negative side than the positive side. My humble request to my dear beloved budding managers, budding future, keep the negatives, don't leave the negative, identify the negative aspects of anything, but don't allow the negative to dominate you as a whole. Because in each point, there will be a positive or negative. If you allow the negative to dominate, then it will affect your behavior. It will disturb you to take care or to think of the positives or to see the positives. It may be difficult for you to look into the positives because you start giving importance towards the negative side is concerned. We all know that the past few couple of months, the COVID plays a vital role. As I told you before, instead of going back to the concept of COVID, the concept of lockdown, who introduced the lockdown, it's a big story. Even we can do n number of research on that. Surprisingly, we are in lockdown, but thank God our government released, they are unlocking many things, and it's a good sign. There are some factors which are controllable factors. We all know that there are some factors which you can control by yourself, or within your circle you can control, but there are n number of things which you cannot control, uncontrollable factors. Since it is uncontrollable factor, why should I bother? Since it is uncontrollable factor, why should I bother? Why should I spend some time? The most important, we are expected to think of the controllable factors which you can control yourself and lead your life, and it will help you to achieve your goal without any disturbances are concerned. There are some factors, the uncontrollable factors. Even if you spend some time to identify, yes, you need to know the uncontrollable factors, but if you spend lots of time or if you start thinking of uncontrollable factors, I'm sorry to mention that it will take your time, energy, but it will not help you to lead your or to use your strength is concerned. So identify the controllable factors of each point, whatever you wish to do. There are some uncontrollable factors. Even take COVID as an example. There are some controllable factors. COVID, I don't know, I cannot control, but what can I do? There are plenty of ways in which you can overcome the free time. You can overcome the concepts which are available. So COVID you cannot control. You can protect yourself, but you cannot control. Uncontrollable factor. Instead of blaming the government, instead of blaming myself, instead of blaming my family, instead of blaming the decisions taken by my education institution, instead of blaming the decisions taken by the university, think the positive sides. There are n number of positives which you have. Those positives will really helpful for you. Even the rest of the slides, I will be focusing on how best we can make use of this lockdown period or valuable your time to make it possible or useful way. Each and every individual, we have a strength. Each and every individual in the world, we are gifted with some strong points, some strength. I'm sorry to mention, in the recent days, the young birds, the young buddings, the young futures, the students generation, you are not, most of us, please kindly keep in your mind, even one, my session is for one, I will be happy. This, they are least bothered about identify their strength. They are just going, passing their days, but they don't know their real strength. It may be due to n number of other medias. You are not spending much time to identify your strength. My humble request, the second most important request to all my dear beloved friends, the most important, you have gifted with strength, the strong points, whatever you feel, I'm going to list out in the next point. You identify your strength and try to focus and try to develop, try to make some shape towards your strength. It may be one or couples. You just identify your strength and try to develop the things which you feel as a strength is concerned. The most important, you all would have studied in some other course about the SWOT analysis, the strength, weaknesses, opportunity, and the threats. Please kindly keep in your mind, you would have done this SWOT analysis for a company, you would have done your SWOT analysis for an organization or for a project, but today I'm going to tell you, try to do the SWOT for yourself, by yourself. My humble request, my dear beloved young buddings, try to do a SWOT analysis for yourself, by yourself. Take one A3 chart. If you wish, you can mention on the top your name if you wish, or else it's not compulsory, and your dream, your goal, your mission, your vision or objective, whatever the word which you use, you just keep it on the top and divide your the A3 chart, A3 paper into 4 columns. You just put it as a heading of the first column as a strength, second column as a weakness, opportunity third column, and the threat as a fourth column. My dear beloveds, you just write, spend some lots of time, because you are not going to seek the help from your friends. Don't ask your friend to tell your strength, what he feels. Don't ask your parents to tell your weaknesses. Don't ask your professors to tell about your opportunities which you have. You are going to do by yourself, for yourself. List out all your strength. I told you the first column, you just write 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever the strength which you feel. My height may be my strength. My decision making skill. So that's what I told you. Identify your strength. That is the most important, which is lacking in the young generation. Identify your strength, which will really helpful for you to shape your future. You may be good in decision making. You may be good in handling the people. You may have a leadership quality. Surprisingly, you may have a controlling ability. Even if your family or if your college assign you a task, you can excellently contribute the best to control the people, to coordinate the people, to coordinate the activity. whatever the case may be. Your color, even though I never give importance towards color, even if you feel like the color, I have a bright dark shade or mild shade, whatever the case may be, list out all your weaknesses, strengths. It may be dozens, it may be hundreds, no issue. You just list out all the strength, whatever you feel. Then the second column, you are going to, this is the most important, which I like very much. Try to list out all your weaknesses. Please kindly keep in your mind, this exercise you are going to do by yourself or yourself, and you are not going to show it to anyone. List out all your weaknesses. I spend lots of time on social media. I don't know the reason. What am I getting? I'm not saying that it's wrong, but if you feel, I'm just giving an example, please. If you feel like these are all the weaknesses, I spend lots of time on my bed, I sleep like anything. My anger level, I could not able to control my anger. I could not able to control my hunger, or exactly on that particular time. I need the hot dinner, or else my mother will be in a trouble. I need exactly by 8 o'clock in the morning, I need a fresh idli or dosa with the two different chutneys, or else I could not able to control my hunger. My anger will be, whatever the case may be. I chat with my friends. I 100% involved on the PUBG or the video games. I don't know how to control. I know it's taking my valuable time. I know these weaknesses are taking my valuable energy. I don't know what to do. List out all your weakness. List out all your opportunities. You may not know. If you start thinking, you will find n number of opportunities nearby. You may feel like, even yesterday when the presenter told, he mentioned first generation graduate, but he involved himself in the digital marketing. So you may not know where the opportunities are lying. If you identify the opportunity, maybe your neighbor may be an excellent opportunity for you. Your uncle may be an opportunity. Through your uncle, you may get an excellent opportunity. List out the opportunities which you have. Then the last, list out all the threats which you feel for yourself. These are all the threats. So once you prepare, what I would like to tell you, the most important, yes, you are confident about your strength, opportunity and threat, but now I would like to focus you, once this assignment is over, please kindly focus on the weaknesses. Prioritize the weakness. After you listed out, you take in a different color pen and you just prioritize the weakness which you feel it consumes lots of my time, energy, and valuable thought process. You just put 1, 2, 3, prioritize your weaknesses and focus on, take the first weakness. It may be you can take a week or a day or a month or an year. You just concentrate. Don't think of other weaknesses. You just focus on the priority one. The first weakness, take it. Allow your thought process towards that weakness and how best you can control the weakness. You just start working. You just prepare a strategy. These are all for yourself, not with the help of anyone. Excellently prepare a strategy to convert the weakness or to overcome the weakness. Example, I spent lots of time on video game. I spend lots of time on social media. Say example, 10 hours in a day. I know it takes my valuable energy time. So I don't know how to come out. What you can do, try to control yourself. The first month you can reduce to 9 hours, 8 hours, 7, 6, 5. One fine morning, I can challenge you. You will surprise to know that weakness will not be available within you. Then what you can do, take one different color of pen, strike out the weakness, strike out the point in the weakness column, and please kindly put it in the strength. I never spent time on any of these 1, 2, 3, 4. The first one, social media. I'm spending maybe a 10, 15, half an hour only to the social media like that. So it is your hand, it is your life, yourself, you prepare, you control, and you are doing an excellent work. And one fine morning, you will surprise to know when you look at the weakness column, you will surprise to know all the weaknesses which you have listed out, it would have been striked out by, not by someone else, by yourself. And look at the strength, you would have listed 10, but now all the weaknesses 10 or 20 would have moved to the strength is concerned. My humble request, my dear beloved young minds, you may be a faculty or you may be a student, you may be an engineering background or you may be a management guy or you may be in a business or management or a commerce. You may be in an information technology. Identify your strength, core strength, and decide your goal, vision, mission, objectives, and identify the SWOT. Prepare a SWOT which will really, so far your teachers would have told you to do the SWOT for companies, projects and all, but I would like to tell you, especially during this pandemic, I would like to tell you to prepare a SWOT for yourself and try to move, analyze your weaknesses, identify the weaknesses, try to convert your weakness, and one fine morning you will surprise to know the weaknesses column will be only striked out with a sketch pen. All the weaknesses would have moved either as opportunity or preferably it would have moved as a strength. Surprisingly, imagine previously you had 10 strong points, but now you might be having 30 or 20 strong points. Imagine where you can move, where you can go. Your goals or your achievable vision or missions will be very closer. And my dear, the next one, my humble request, excuse me, don't wait for the opportunity. Now, most of our young bloods, what I have observed, most of them, they wait for the opportunity. If you ask a particular a category of students, I don't want to mention the major, if you talk to them, the first word they will say, there is no job, there is no opportunity. My humble request to my dear young beloved buds, young budding futures, accept the available opportunity. My humble request, don't wait. Don't wait for the opportunity based on your interest, based on your strength, based on your family circle. If you wait for the opportunity to knock the door, you need to wait for a couple of years. Yes, you can. No problem, sir. I can wait. No problem. My dear, humble request, don't wait for the opportunity. My humble request to my beloved brothers and sisters, accept the available opportunity. I would like to tell you one important my personal example. I did my MPhil, regular MPhil in a leading university. I got a gold medal, university first rank. With the dream, I came back to my city. After my master's, I did my MPhil with a vision to be a teacher, be a professor. After I came to my city, I applied couple of colleges. I did not get an opportunity. I applied, but I did not wait for the chance. I did not wait for the opportunity. I would have waited because I got a gold medal. Yes, the people will come and knock my door. I did not. What I did, I joined in an organization. Even I can say the 20% completed construction was going on. I joined in the concern. I was surprised. Even couple of days I was not happy, but after a week, I decided to contribute my fullest cooperation. I have decided to work hard. I have decided to do my best. because I don't want to waste the opportunity. I don't want to waste my energy. I don't want to waste my young blood. I joined. I took it as a challenge. I took the job opportunity, available job. My salary was few hundreds or few thousands only. I'm talking about 27, 25 years before. But within a couple of months, I moved into their sister concern. Within 1.5 years, even and the other concern, I contributed my best. My humble request to all the faculty and to the young future employees, future managers, my humble request, wherever you join, accept. First one, don't wait for the opportunity, accept the available opportunity. And the most important, even if you don't like that particular job, but show your fullest cooperation, fullest involvement. Try to, even I like to have a caption, whatever, whenever, what circumstances, wherever you are working, try to work for God, not for men. If you feel like, no, doctor, there is no issue, try to work for your satisfaction, your performance. Especially try to work for you, not for your others, not for others. Yes, my superior is observing me. I need to do my best. No, I don't get any job. Only this job I got it. So no other go I need to do. No. My humble request, fullest cooperation, try to contribute the best towards the available opportunity. Whatever the job which you got it may or may not be related with your profile, but accept and do the best. You will surprise to know, even if you work there for a couple of years or a couple of months, surprisingly, you will get an opportunity through that source. If you work hard, if you show your 100% effective contribution, you will get another opportunity from there. I'm not saying you to quit the job once in a year or once in a couple of months, but after 1.5 years, my dream to become a teacher, to become a professor, within 1.5 years, I got an excellent opportunity as a teacher. Even there, I worked hard. I started as a lecturer. I worked hard. 10 years and few months, I stayed in the same organization where the blessed organization, they treated me, they recognized my performance, and I have been allowed to grow. So you will also be, my humble request, whatever, whenever, under what circumstances, under wherever you are working, try to work for yourself or for the God. It means that don't work for your supervisor, contribute the best towards yourself, and thereby you can easily achieve your vision within a couple of years are concerned. Next, no, doctor, I have an entrepreneurial skills. I like to use the word groundbreaking than entrepreneurial, so that's what I have used the word. I have, and I normally I used to get some unique ideas, doctor or sir. If you feel like you fortunately or unfortunately, there are some people used to get some innovative or unique ideas. It may be an engineering, you may be an engineering background, you may be an information technology background, or you may be a hardware or software or a management or a commerce or a biotechnology, whatever the case may be, or a microbiologist. You may have some unique idea. What I would like to tell you, in the recent days, identify there are n number of entrepreneurial avenues in India and in the world. Identify the unique ideas. Identify the unique idea which you feel like it is an unique. Learn, read maximum. Don't waste your time. That's what the third point says. Don't waste your time for unnecessary activities. Don't waste your time. If you feel like you are wasting your time, don't waste. Don't waste your time for unnecessary thoughts, dreams, chats, watching movies. Yes, I'm not saying that you should be come out. Yes, you please control all the unnecessary activity which you feel it is unnecessary. I'm not saying that these are all the unnecessary, which you feel you are the best judge for yourself. No one else can tell you this is wrong, this is right. My humble request, whatever you feel, you are the master for yourself. You just identify the unnecessary activities, thoughts, dreams, whatever you feel it is unnecessary, try to control. Try to come out from those unnecessary activity. I already told you in your weaknesses are concerned. Identify the unique ideas. Identify the unique ideas. Even you just look at the famous persons in our countries. You all know that recently people are talking about Zomato. Even a small child, if you ask in India, they will be saying that Zomato. The Dipinder Goyal and Pankaj, surprisingly, if you have a time, I don't want to spend some time. You just go to the YouTube and learn about Zomato, the secret of Zomato. You just think of the business model. It's an excellent, innovative, unique idea which two gentlemen they invented. They just started with a small website, converted a copy of menus into a website, and today you just imagine if you go to a shop, if you go to a hotel, if you eat if you go to a Dindukal Talapagati biryani, if you buy a chicken biryani or a mutton biryani, if you spend 500 rupee, or if you go to a hotel and order for idli or dosa or whatever the case may be, whatever the money which you spend, the same money you stay at home, even you are not spending time money for a call. You just using the app and you just ordering within a couple of minutes or hours with a hot idli or dosa or biryani reaches your doorstep without paying even a single real, single rupee. You are getting the product with the same kind of quality, with the same hotness. I'm not justifying, please. I'm not going. Then you can argue with me. No, doctor, I purchased one order and it was not good. I'm not going in that one, please. This is an example. So what I'm trying to tell you, look at the business idea. That's what I'm telling you. Even Olo, surprisingly, you just look at the Olo, the Agarwal, the great gentleman. I'm just asking you to look into the business ideas, the business model as a whole. My humble request, you have the unique ideas. It is floating like anything. The only thing we are not bothering, especially the young minds, you have lots of innovative, unique ideas, but I'm sorry to mention that we are not bothering. We are not fine-tuning the unique ideas. Please, please, please try to identify the unique idea and don't try to implement. This is a mistake which most of us are doing. Convert your unique ideas into a business plan. If you don't know much about the business plan, I think you would have studied in some of the other courses. If not, kindly go to the Google or the YouTube. There are n number of websites are available. It will teach you, it will tell you how best you can convert your idea into a business plan. The business plan is a comprehensive an information about all your ideas, the finance required, the machineries required, the place where you can, the competitor, even the competitive advantages, all the things will be involved in the business plan. And my request, after the business plan, don't go for a loan, don't try to generate the money. Try to do a small research. You will surprise, you will get an excellent information. Even I'm going to concentrate on the second session about the research. Doctor, I don't have a time to go. Because we are in lockdown, or we don't have time. We are students. We cannot do the small research. There are n number of virtual tools are available. I will be explaining you. Try to convert your unique ideas into a business plan. Try to do a small research with 10 questions with a sample of 50 or 100 or 200. Try to, even if you have a time, try to stand in front of a mall. Try to collect the questions, answers for the questionnaire, and modify your unique idea. If you feel the respondents are not happy with your idea, or if you feel like they have given something else, add those findings through the research and fine tune your unique idea. If you have really an entrepreneurial skills, if your strength is entrepreneurial skills, try to do a small research with your business plan, and don't reveal all your unique idea. Indirectly you can ask, even you can just think few couple of years before, maybe 20 years before, we all were using one mobile company's mobile. Surprisingly, one fine morning, one big company entered. One company entered with a smart, the word called smart, and people were left the other company, and we all started using a particular company. The secret of that, they did a research, they came to know, they identify the secret, they identify the pulse of the people, the customers or the consumers or whatever the case may be. They change and they execute. So what I would like to tell you, each and every one, you have an unique idea. If you really, I already told you in the previous slide, if you have a strength of entrepreneurial skills, try to convert business plan and do a small research. I'm not saying you to do a big research. Do a small research and try to shape your idea and try to execute. Please think positive. I like this caption. It is given by a famous philosopher. Think positive, thinks positive. I already told you, don't waste your valuable time for unnecessary activities, thoughts, dreams, whatever the case may be. Use it for productive. The world is very small. I would like to tell you, the world is very small. The opportunities are plenty. If we keep blame, there is no end for blaming. Look into the positive. Don't give much importance towards the negative. It will try to dominate you. If you start allowing the negatives to talk to you, please ask the negative to keep. Like in your hand, you just take a small object. That is the unnecessary activity, whatever the case may be. It may be a bad habit, or it may be a thoughts, or it may be dreams, or whatever the case may be. If you feel, you just keep it inside your palm and close your hand. It means that you control all the unnecessary activities are concerned. But at the same time, the same object is it is me. The small object is me. Take yourself into that category, and the hand is unnecessary thoughts, actions, or time, or video game, or whatever the case may be. If you are inside and close your hand, you have been controlled by that particular activity. It will not allow you. It will suck. It will take all your valuable time, energy, ideas, concepts, and all. Finally, it will open its hand. You will be thrown away. At that time, all your friends, all your relatives, neighbors, all your classmates, they would have been reached the excellent higher position, but you might be, because of the unnecessary activity, you might lost many things. And after a couple of weeks, or after a couple of years, if you start thinking, oh my goodness, all my friends are in the higher position, I lost because of that. But there may not be any use of thinking, late thinking is concerned. So my humble request, do the SWOT, and this is the right time for the young bloods, even the young faculties. This is the right time to identify your weakness and try to convert into a positive or into a strength. The most important, don't wait for the opportunity, but don't sacrifice your dream. So don't sacrifice your vision. Work, contribute the best, and one fine morning, you will reach your dream. Even if you go back to many of the person, surprisingly, they faced lots of hurdles. Even in my life, I don't have a time. I face plenty of hurdles, but don't deviate from your dream. Don't deviate from your vision, mission. One or the other day, excellently you will surprised to know one fine morning you will reach in that level is concerned. I would like to move on to the second part of my session. I think we are running short of time, but we'll try. The second part of time, the research avenues. The first, in the research avenue, I would like to take it into two, because I saw the feedback. The first one, the budding researchers, the faculty, those who are in the teaching fraternity. My humble request, those who already have a PhD, the second part I will tell you, those who are in the end, wish to do a PhD, wish to do a research, preferably a PhD. My humble request, now most of the young researchers, what you feel, the day one itself, we want to complete the research by choosing an easy topic, and you set your time, you set your year, within 2 years, I want to complete the PhD, or 3 years, or 4 years, like that. My dear beloved budding researchers, I would like to tell you my humble suggestion, don't choose the easiest topics. I already told you your strength, your strong aspects, your strong point. Please kindly choose the latest, or even I can say, I can tell you the future topics, the future topics you can identify, and you please kindly choose it as a topic for your research. And most of us, what we are doing, we are finding a supervisor who is so flexible and who will not be so strict. My request, choose a researcher, choose a supervisor who can really help you, who have an extraordinary knowledge on the topic which you have chosen. Please, budding researchers, don't try to choose an easy topic, because your PhD, your research thesis will speak till your death. You can do your PDF, you can do n number of further research, you can do n number of publications based on your research. I'm happy to inform you, from my thesis, I have published more than 20 research article, and I publish it in the leading journals. So please kindly keep, even today, wherever I go, they talk about my PhD. My humble request to the budding researchers, identify a unique topic. Those days when we were registering our PhD, probably 20 years before, it is very difficult to get the review of literatures. We need to travel a lot because of Google, because of the lack of resources, virtual resources. But today, I'm so happy to tell you, you are in the age of information technology. With one click, if you sit in front of laptop or your smartphone, the world is in your laptop or in your smartphone. You can get n number of information. My humble request, open your mind and read. Try to collect as much as reviews, and try to read, and try to develop yourself, and try to equip yourself, and identify the positivity between your interested topic and the researchers who have already done their research, and identify the gap. This is the most important. Most of us, we don't see the gap between your proposed research and the research which are already done by the leading personalities in the world. Please kindly identify the gap and fine-tune your research topic. Then discuss with your supervisor. Even I can tell you, when the first day when I met my supervisor, before he accepted me, he told me, he fine-tuned, I thank him, he fine-tuned my areas, and he told me, go and learn about this topic and this management concept and come back. I spent couple of months. I collected n number. I traveled a lot. I read lots of textbooks and reviews. Then I went back to him and I explained to him And then he's told, yes, now you are ready to do the research. My humble request, even there are some leading head of the departments are there who are attending the session. Kindly encourage your researchers to identify a unique topic which will be useful for you as well as for him as well as for the society is concerned. In the recent days, the data collections are so easy. The virtual ways, I will tell you in the next slides. There are n number of tools are available. The virtual tools are available. Online tools are available. You will surprised to know. You will surprised to know, without going out of your table, you can complete your research. Only thing you need your respondents' email IDs. You can do and wonders. And my most request, most important thing, especially to the budding researchers, even the student friends, the most important, whatever you feel like you are doing a small research or an average research, try to keep in your mind, set a goal to publish your journal, your research findings, either in a local publication journal or an international journal in each areas. It may be in engineering, biotechnology, management, commerce, whatever the areas which you have. Thousands, hundreds of journals are available, and they are ready to accept, and you can publish your work. Even I can tell you, if you are interested, my humble request, please do travel a lot, attend the workshops, attend the seminars, conferences, and try to present your research article. You will get lots of opportunity. Frankly, I'm telling. We all know that research is a knowledge. It's known as a searching of the knowledge is concerned. I don't want to spend much time. We all know that research is an organized and systematic way of finding answers. I want to spend some time, but I think we are running short of time. I'm just going a little bit faster. And I want to focus on this one, the virtual data. I hope many of the professors and many of the final year students, you might be knowing about these two. There are n number of, as I told you, excuse me. We all know that n number of virtual data, the tools are available to collect the data are concerned. Once upon a time, when we were doing, there were no such kind of provisions. We are forced to use the paper, pen to collect, to get an appointment, to wait for the managers or the respondents to answer. My humble submission today, a small example, there are n number of tools are available to collect the data, but Google, which we all have the Gmails, most of us are having a Gmail. You can use the Google Forms. Doctor, sir, I don't know much about the Google Form. If you spend 1 hour or 1 day, if you sit with any one of the YouTube channel, surprisingly, you can understand about the Google Form within an hour or within a day. Even if you spend more than 2 hours or at a maximum of 2 hours, you can able to know what is Google Forms. You can feed your questions. You can send it to n number of, even monkey survey. There are plenty of tools are available, but these things which I can suggest you, because it's designed by the Google, and most of us are using the Google as our platform. So you can use the Google form, feed your questions, and send it across. There is no boundary for virtual. You can send it to your friends wherever they are in. You can get their response. And sitting on your table, surprisingly, you will collect the questionnaires filled by your respondents. And once upon a time, we used to, I'm not against of the following, we used to preferably go to a statisticians to ask them, to request them by paying some money to analyze your questionnaires. But my humble request, my dear learned faculty, or my dear final year students, or the student friends, there are many tools are available. Even by using the Excel, you can do, but I like to say the word SPSS. If you go to the SPSS, So the first screen will be like this, and you can see that the two views will be available. Even the same like Google Form, it is so easy. If you spend maybe 2 day, or if you attend a 2 day session, if you have an opportunity 2 day session, you can easily understand the total package of the SPSS is concerned. So just a few minutes I will be taking. You can see there are two views. One is variable view and the data view is concerned. The variable view, we are creating a variables. If you have a 10 questions, so it will be 10 variables, 10 columns will be filled. If you have 50 questionnaires, 50 respondents, 50 rows, you are just going to fill the information like 1, 2. Normally, it's like a computer. We cannot write yes or no. So yes can be 1 and the no can be 2. You are going to the first question, first respondent. Either you can write 1 or 2. Fill. This is a master data sheet. Once you feed, it will take hardly 1 or 2 days to convert the respondents. From the Google form itself, you can do the analysis. But I'm just telling you, and another tool is also available. You can easily get this software, and you can do only thing is just to use this analyze, and you can get anything, ANOVA, t-test, correlation, regression, mean, median, mode, validity, what else you want. But just to click the analysis and choose the respective tools, you will surprised to know, without anybody's help, by sitting on your table, you can complete your process is concerned. So SPSS is the best tool which you can easily learn. Only thing, these two, variable view is to create a structure, data view to convert your respondents answers into a data. Either 1, 2, 3. If it is a 5-point scale, it will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 based on the higher value is concerned. So once you finish your analysis, the thing is, as I told you, don't stop your research. My humble request, try to publish. Try to publish. If you taste the word publication, you will not stop. Start with the less impact factor. Surprisingly, the world, you will taste the opportunity which you have. You will have an interaction with other researchers. You will have an interaction all over the world. You will get a mail from all over the world about your area which you have published. Even some of the researchers, they may add value, add points to your research. Some of them, they may use your article as their reference. It adds value to you and it encourages you to do much research. Please don't stop your research without publication. Take a small research. That's what I told you. You take a small research, the impact of COVID on a particular product, impact of COVID, impact of Corona on consumers' behavior, impact or the difference between in a traditional market and the mall. Now recently the mall concept is developing like anything. What the people perceive, what are the perception of the people, consumers, which one they prefer, do they prefer, whatever the case may be. Do a small research with a sample of 50 and try to collect the data through Google form or any other tools and try to convert your work as a research article and try to publish. Even I have a list of business management journals, and I have a what do you mean by factor rating and all. Since we are running short of time, I'm just moving out. Then pre-requirements, I already told you, towards the pre-requirement of an research article. The most important, prepare your minds. That is the most important. I already told you to identify the interested area, identify the problems in your own area. If you have your own idea, then indirectly you can do your research. Don't reveal your innovative or unique idea through the questionnaire. Indirectly you can collect the feedback from the people, and excellently you can, surprisingly, you can convert into a research article and please try to send it to different journals. As I told you, n number of journals are available in each area of specialization. You can send it to them, get their opinion, the reviewer's opinion, and try to do modification and try to send it to them. The same, if you are much interested to travel, even you can travel across the globe. If you have even 15,000, 20,000, if you spend, you can visit nearby country whereby you can present your paper. I'm challenging you. If you start presenting your papers in India and across the globe, you will get n number of opportunities open to you, because if they're interested, because people from different places, if you are attending a webinar, it's good, well and good. If you start presenting your ideas, surprisingly, the participants, one may be a CEO of a company, one may be a different sector, they may approach you, they may ask you to fine-tune your ideas, especially in the European countries. They take from the research. Even in interview, they will just focus on the areas of your research. If they're interested, they will ask you to fine tune, and they will try to motivate you to do furthermore, and you can excellently develop yourself, and it will help you to reach your dreams or visions as per. As I told you already, the collection of literatures, n number of sources. You are blessed. You are in the information technology world. Within a fraction, with the one enter, you will get n number of literatures, not only from India, not only from Tamil Nadu, not only from Kerala. You can get it anywhere in the world, and you can compare, try to identify the gap, and excellently you can do yours. These are all the research format. Based on the journal which you are sending, you will get your format. Based on the particular respective journals format, you can modify your research article and submit. And I like this caption, the Michael Alley. He has given a very excellent caption. I like it very much. In my writing, this is especially to the young bloods. In my writing, Michael Alley told about the scientific writing. I average, it means that write about 10 pages a day. Unfortunately, they are all the same pages. Surprisingly, even some of your ideas, today you may think of idea, but tomorrow, unfortunately, someone would have used. So don't worry, think of something, fine tune something, and do the best. Writing standards. Write perfectly. These are all the, you know better than me. Write perfectly, write evidently, please. That's what in the beginning I told you. Wherever you are working, don't try to work for your supervisor. Try to work for yourself or for the God. Try to work with the fullest involvement. The same, when you are doing a research, try to do with full involvement. Don't try to cheat, or don't try to collect something different. Don't try to write something different. Evidently, without any evidence, don't try to write anything, and write concisely. The third session, I think I'm done with time, but I will try to complete within 10 minutes. The third part of my session, it is a groundbreaking. I like that word. Why? It is a big concept. It's in, we all know, entrepreneurial avenues. As I told you in the previous slides, in the beginning of my presentation, I told you, if you have an unique idea, if you have the blessings, if you have a gift from the Almighty, that you have a nature of creativity. If you feel like you are good in creative, if you feel like you are good in getting some new ideas, that's what I told you in the first, try to identify your strength. Please keep in your mind, once you identify your core strength, I'm good in creativity, I'm good in design, I'm good in decision making, I'm good in risk taking, which all, even if you ask me, doctor, can you take a risk? I will say immediately, I'm sorry, I cannot. That is my most weakness. Maybe it's my pleasure to say that. So if you feel like you have an entrepreneurial avenue, excuse me, If you feel like you have that entrepreneurial avenues, please, once again, I'm telling you, don't think, even some of the youngsters, normally we used to do, my father is not an entrepreneur. How come I can be an entrepreneur? Please look at the following, mentioned a few couple of persons' name, the real-time heroes. A list is exhaustive, but I have listed a few. Why can't you? If you have something new ideas, as I told you about the Olo, as I told you about the Zomato, identify a business model which may be surprisingly, even if you have a time after my session, you just think of Zomato's business model, you will surprised to know. Yesterday, the gentleman, the presenter told about digital marketing. We never, even he told, next few couple of months, even in our smart TV, the digital marketing is going to come. We were surprised to know many of the things. The world is going to be virtual. Even I told you, even an excellent example. I like this the person, Mr. Prem Ganapati. Maybe since I can see some of you from Mumbai. He hailed from a small village from Tamil Nadu. He went to Mumbai, and now he owns a chain of Dosa Plaza. Mr. Srinivasan, Jewelwan, the Emerald Jewelry Company, he hailed from a poor family. Surprisingly, now he have branch in Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, and so on. Why can't you? The print fast, the Mr. Muthukumar, he hailed from a small city, and now his turnover is few crores. He faced lots of all these people. If you look at their biography, they faced lots of struggles. Even Jack Ma, I hope you all know about Jack Ma. Please, if not, my humble request, you just concentrate, you just focus on Jack Ma, the leading online or the e-commerce website. My humble request, you learn, you just read from most of the online or most of the heroes. It will really motivate you to do the best out of your, it will help you to fine tune your business models are concerned. Even if you look back to Jack Ma or many, they faced lots of hurdles to reach this level. Even if you want to reach within a day or within a year, you cannot achieve your goal. Someone may be, someone may not be, someone may be after a couple of years. But please kindly keep in your entrepreneurial avenues. If you have the passion to become an entrepreneur, you please kindly keep your dreams open. And it is not compulsory that you need to be an entrepreneur. Nowadays, a consultant, you can do an research. Now, n number of companies, they are in need of research consultants. Why can't you start a research consultant? You can do with a minimal amount. You can do a research on behalf of a company, on behalf of a motor company, on behalf of a FMCG, on behalf of a IT companies, on behalf of a small coffee shop or a restaurant. We can do a small research consultancy as an entrepreneur, and you can try to develop, and you can do the excellently one fine morning. If you have an entrepreneurial skills, there are n number of entrepreneurial avenues are available. We all know about the word entrepreneurship. This is hard word. I like this caption very much. It is an opportunity and pursuing it regardless of the resource currently controlled. And the elements, there are n number of elements. I just cut short into 4. The most important elements, what I feel, there are plenty. The innovation, as I told you in the previous slide, keep something innovative ideas. Try to allow the innovations. Try to allow the innovative ideas. Try to allow the thought process. If you allow, that's the thing. As I told you, we are not allowing our thought process. Please allow the thought process to come out with something new, innovative idea. Everyone is gifted with lots of innovations. Kindly on your own specialized area. So based on your strength, innovation is some best element which I ever feel. Then you should prepare your mind to take a risk. As I told you, I'm not that much good in risk taking, but if you are really, or if you can, kindly allow your mind or shape your concept to take the risk. Risk taking is the most important element to be a successful entrepreneur. If you look back all the heroes, they would have crossed, as I told you, they would have crossed plenty of hurdles, but now they reach the maximum. And keep your vision very clear. I told you in the beginning of this session, vision is the most important. Even if you want to use the word objective or vision or goal or my dream, whatever the thing which you want, you can keep your vision open, measurable, achievable, based on your strength. Once again, I'm going back to the first slide, based on your strength. So based on your entrepreneurial skills, if you don't have the risk taking or decision making or entrepreneurial skills, don't enter into the field of entrepreneur. Then organizing skills. There are n number of parts in an enterprise. There are plenty of parts will be there. Like our human body, we need to maintain the organizing is concerned. These are all the attributes which I already covered. Most of the attributes are concerned. And this is best ever I can say it is an entrepreneur. The same inventor, entrepreneur, promoter, and manager, administrator is concerned. So with this, I would like to conclude my session. And I hope the session would have been useful. And I hope, because normally I used to take a couple of hours to give a complete information. The given hour is 1 hour, and I hope that session would have been useful. And once again, I thank all the participants, and I thank the Nehru Group of Education Institution, and I thank all the organizers for their tireless effort for having this session as successful. I hope the session would have been useful to you. If any one of you failed to get something from me, I feel sorry about that. For those people, if you got something from my PowerPoints or from my session, thank to the Almighty and all the very best. Fine tune and do the best, and all the best to each and everyone. Once again, thank you and all the very best. Back to MOC, please.
Next, we have a question and answer session. Now the participants are requested to type their queries on the chat box.
Professor?
Yeah.
Sir, there is one question being asked by the participants.
Okay.
Talk about attitude which is related to behavioral changes. What is the attitude for an entrepreneur? What is the real attitude for an entrepreneur? Yes, sir.
Yeah, we can. As I told you in the session itself, that you can have your own attitude. Especially, I strongly believe in the recent days, the most important attitude, the positive approach and the risk taking. If you are focusing on these two, change your attitude, that the only thing which I told you in the presentation, we start telling about, or what we start thinking of. I start one and I want this to be an achievable, or whatever I do, I want only the success. My humble request, if you keep that one in your mind, then it will be difficult for you to face if you get any failures are concerned. So think positive. That is the only one attitude. Take ready to accept or ready to take the risk, then you can become a best entrepreneur is concerned. Idea, the unique idea is the most important is concerned. And open your mind that please prepare yourself that you will, I'm not saying that 100%, you will face consequences, and set your mind to face all the hurdles and be prepared to overcome the hurdles are concerned. But one fine morning, you will reach your dream as you. Yes, sir. I hope I answered.
Thank you, sir. And one more question is there. In insurance product, what type of innovation we take?
Nowadays, that's what I told. In the recent days, surprisingly, if you look at the percentage of example, the life insurance, out of even in the participants, if you look into that one, how many of them they have the insurance policies? It may be the less, but now in the recent days, the awareness in India is gradually increasing due to the privatization of insurance companies, or it may be due to the awareness of the people. The insurance mindset, the awareness of insurance is gradually increasing. So what I would like to tell you, the insurance companies, they can try to identify an unique insurance policies. It may be a fire insurance, or for a life insurance, or for an education insurance, or for a motor, or even they can try to innovate something new. Even people, they invented like a network insurance policies, many. But what I would like to tell you, as I told you in the session, whatever the innovative insurance policy which you feel it is good, don't implement, try to do a small study and collect the opinion from the customers or from the people, and try to fine tune the insurance policy which will be suitable for the people is concerned. Instead, once upon a time, they design the policy and they force. But today, the situation is not like that. All the things, all the products are based on like a difference between sales and marketing is concerned. Now the companies are in the minds of the people. They want to know what the people want. And I told you, through your research, you can try to get that information, what the people expect as an insurance, or what are the problems which they face towards the insurance. And we can fine tune, the companies can fine tune and reach the product at the satisfaction of the people are concerned. I hope I answered.
Yes, thank you, sir. And one more question. What are the opportunities available for entrepreneurs after COVID-19?
I hope I did something in the presentation. The thing is, once again, I would like to tell you the scopes, we cannot list out the scopes. The scopes are open. It's going to be floating like anything due to the government policies and due to the people's requirements, the spending nature, the buying behavior is going to be changed in my understanding. In my small research which we have conducted, the people's mindset is going to be changed for another 2-3 years. Their buying behaviors, their spending natures are going to be changed. So what we can do, we can fine tune, we can start our sectors or enterprise based on the requirements of your own city. If you are in a small city, please identify the requirements of the peoples in your own city. Even a small thing, in the recent days, people started using the mask. We all know it's a small, very simple example. Even the big companies like Ramraj, Boomex, all these companies, Boomer, sorry, all these big companies, they started manufacturing the mask, 3-layer mask, 2-layer mask, like that. So this is making use of the available opportunities based on the time to time bound, especially in the COVID-19, after the corona, after the COVID-19, the opportunities are going to be floating, especially to the young entrepreneurs. As I told you, if we start blaming the system, we cannot go and achieve our goal is concerned. Choose or identify the best possible requirements in the present scenario and try. But I can tell you, after the post COVID-19, the entrepreneurial avenues are going to be like anything. Thank you.
So one more, I think it's final question.
Please, no issue.
Yeah, what do you think about an entrepreneur's future? Will it be very well compared with working in an organization as an employee, or which is best for all time?
I hope I have clearly told in my third slide or fourth slide. My dear the participant who raised this question, my humble request, if you have that particular nature, that's what I told you, identify your strength. As I told you, I'm not good in risk taking. I'm not getting that much new ideas. My nature, example I'm telling, my nature used to follow someone's idea, and I may be good in decision making, but I'm very weak in inventions. I may be very weak in bringing in new ideas. So better I can choose it as an employee, but most important, contribute the best towards the development of your organization wherever you are working. It may be a small, or it may be a big, or it may be a moderate company. Do your best to develop the company. But other side, as I told you, if you have the skills, if you have that entrepreneurial skills, doctor, even every day or once in a while, I used to think something new is flashing in my mind. Some new ideas are coming out from my mind. If you have a risk-taking ability, if you have a decision-making skills, and if you have a skill to convert your business ideas, innovative ideas, into a business model or into a business plan, and if you can able to do a small research, excellently you can choose. But once again, I would like to tell you, this will be based on your strength. Based on your SWOT, you can decide where you are strong, where your strength. Based on your strength, if you don't want to take a risk, if you want to become an employee, but you can contribute the best towards the organization, thereby you can prove yourself and develop yourself. If you have the passion, that's the most important. You should have a passion. If you have a passion, you can start an entrepreneur by designing your own vision. You can design even an example, Mr. Sandeep Makeshwari, we all know the images bazaar. Surprisingly now, we all are using the images which designed or developed by the images bazaar is concerned. Mr. Sandeep Makeshwari is concerned. So like that, if you have a passion to become an entrepreneur, I request, I wish you to become an entrepreneur. Provided you should set your mind that you have to take a risk based on your luck. You have to cross many hurdles. If you are ready, you can choose as an entrepreneur is concerned. I hope I answered.
Thank you, sir.
You are most welcome.
Thank you, sir, for enlightening this day with knowledge and wisdom. Appreciation is a wonderful thing. Let us be grateful to people who make us happy. I invite Dr. K. Kumar, sir, Principal, Nehru Institute of Information Technology and Management, to propose vote of thanks.
Very good afternoon to all, and I would like to conclude these 3 days of international webinar in this 3 days, we had an overview on logistic managements, digital marketing, and behavioral research. Hope that all the participants got much information on those topics. And showing the interest towards our initiative, I would like to thank the resource persons and participants from different part of the world. And thank you once again. And thank you on behalf of Nehru Group of Institution and Nehru Institute of Information Technology and Management. And thank you all.
On behalf
Yeah,
of
thank you,
NITM, I would
yeah.
like to extend a special hearty thanks for the management of NGI for making this webinar possible. Also, I extend our gratitude to honorable delegates who blessed us with their presence and took a valuable time for your busy schedule. On this final day of our session, I must mention a deep sense of appreciation to our entire student faculty team and our principal, Dr. Ravi Kumar sir, NITM, and a special hearty thanks for e-learning team from Ithal for their sincere hard work to make this webinar possible. Once again, thank you all and have a great day.